Alright, guys, welcome to Flava Rihanna's Anime Show. I'm your host, Flava Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Man, so if you guys watched the UFC 279 pay-per-view, they did announce the main card of UFC 280, the big one, the one that we're all excited about. Yes, you guys already know it's going to be Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachaev for the vacant UFC lightweight title. We all know that Charles Oliveira did defeat Justin Gaethje in their fight back in May, but the fact that Charles missed weight by, what was it, half a pound, I think it was, or something of that nature, it didn't allow Charles Oliveira to retain his title, and it immediately became vacant after he submitted Justin Gaethje. Now, I do believe this fight is going to be very high. Is going to be the highest form of mixed martial arts that we've seen in the lightweight division in quite some time. All right. I know we had a fight earlier this year of Tsarukyan versus Mateusz Gamrot. And yes, Mateusz Gamrot is going to be on this card. All right. He's fighting Benil Darius. And I can't wait for that fight. I think it's a huge fight for Benil Darius, just because if he would have just sat out, I think he would have gotten a title shot. But he's been playing a huge gamble against somebody who could be a real problem in this incredibly stacked lightweight division. But anyways, getting back to the main event, Islam versus Charles Oliveira. I think there's a lot at stake here, right? There's a lot at stake here. Islam, he only has one loss in his record. I don't remember the guy's name, but I don't think that guy has ever won a fight ever since knocking out Islam. All right. And then you have Charles Oliveira, who's been on an incredible fight streak. Okay. He fought in that last card, right before the whole shutdown of the pandemic, him making Kevin Lee tap out. Then you have him fighting, Tony Ferguson, if I'm not mistaken. And then him going on this huge run, okay, fighting guys like Michael Chandler, him defeating Dustin Poirier, him defeating Justin Gaethje. The guy's been on a sick tear. All right, I think the last person to defeat Charles Oliveira, I believe, was Paul Felder, if I'm not mistaken. And Paul Felder's retired, and he's doing a phenomenal job on the broadcast. Okay, Islam Makhachaev, I think there's more at stake for him. Reason being, it's in his home turf. He's been waiting for a title shot. He hasn't defeated anybody inside the top 5. Okay, he has defeated guys like Dan Hooker, Bobby Green. All right, I know he was supposed to fight RDA. He ended up becoming injured, but there was a point in time that RDA did ask him, "Why don't we fight at 170? Why don't we fight at 165?" Islam refused. Okay, so I think there's a lot on the line for him. There's also pressure on Charles Oliveira. Reason why I say that is because he did miss weight. He needs to get up there and be able to make weight properly. I mean, he was a former featherweight. For him to be missing weight at lightweight is just incredible. But I don't think it's gonna happen ever again. I think he'll make weight perfectly for this one. Co-main event. I love this co-main event because it's TJ Dillashaw, him trying to reclaim a belt that he never even lost technically against the 135 champion, Long Island Zone, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling. Okay, so I like this matchup a lot. Reason being, TJ does know some wrestling, right? He has that thing that he can linger on, saying that he never lost a match. He never lost his title. It was stripped from him because he ended up testing positive for EPO when he tried to go down in weight to go fight Henry Cejudo in a a flyweight bout. All right, never lost a fight never lost his title at 135, so it got stripped for him, and he's gonna fight the current champion Aljamain Sterling, who ended up defeating Petr Yan, all right, in Jacksonville to retain his title. Reason how he was able to win the title was that a year ago he ended up getting kneed in the face and ended up winning the title by disqualification. He was able to redo the wrong, all right, even though it wasn't really his fault because it was Petr Yan's fault. He was able to redo the wrong in front of the fans' eyes and just out-grapple Petr Yan and force Petr Yan in fighting a style that he is not comfortable with. And Aljamain was just riding out his back, holding on to him like the human backpack that he claims that he is. All right, so we have that fight. Things is plenty at stake. Legacies on the line, I guess you could say, because if TJ was to win, he could always ride that out, saying that he never physically lost the belt and he was able to reclaim the belt back, saying that he is one of the best 135ers to ever step foot into the octagon. And for Aljamain Sterling, he wants to create a legacy, right? If he wants to create a legacy, he has to defeat a former title challenger. He defeated one, okay? Now he has to go defeat another, all right? And the road is only going to get more difficult, okay? And I do believe that Aljamain has all the tools in the world to make sure that he can get past TJ Dillashaw, all right? Next, it's a fight that I'm looking forward to. A guy that I just finished mentioning, Petr Yan. He is fighting, all right? And he is fighting fan favorite, hype master, all right, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Now, Sugar Sean O'Malley is fighting on this card. I was very, very, very surprised he's fighting on this card. I would have thought he would have fought on the MSG card, but Abu Dhabi, they can pay. They pay whatever they want. If they want to have certain fighters be on that card, Dana White will make that happen. And what ended up happening, Dana White was able to convince Sean O'Malley to accept this fight in Abu Dhabi because Abu Dhabi pays to have the UFC go there at least once a year and put out a good fight for the hometown faithful of Abu Dhabi. And I really do like this matchup because of the fact that Petr is going to be in a striking matchup. Sean O'Malley is going to be in a striking matchup. Them two are significant, pure strikers, and very little grappling is going to be put into the mix. Who has the better hands? Is it Petr Yan, who has a phenomenal background in Muay Thai and in boxing, all right, and he only gets better and better throughout the rounds, all right, and he has that Tiger Muay Thai background? Or is it Sugar Sean O'Malley, who he has very great hands? He claims that he's the best boxer in the UFC, or at least in 135. He has the best striking, and I do feel that the height could be something of an advantage for Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is about 5'11". Petr Yan may be about like 5'7", right? So there's a height discrepancy over there, and I do believe that the speed might actually fall more in favor of Sean O'Malley. But I do like this fight. This is going to be the third fight from the top. It's going to be in a slot that Sean O'Malley isn't really comfortable with, because I know he loves to open up the main card, all right? But can't really complain. UFC is being, is being told that they want certain fighters in certain time slots, and they're going to get it at that time slot. Second fight, we're going to get a good one. Like I just said it before, Beneil Darius, she's on this card, all right, and he's fighting Mateusz Gamrot. Very, very high stake fight for both fighters. I think more risk than anything else for Beneil Darius. If he would have just held out, he would have been able to get a title shot. But, since he hasn't fought in so much time and he had an injury, right, that pretty much eliminated the fact that he was going to face Islam Makhachaev. I don't blame Charles Oliveira. Beneil Darius for taking a fight against Mateusz Gamrot, because he needs to get paid. I don't know too many people that can't go X amount of months or weeks without a paycheck. And Beneil Darius was on the verge of going a full year without a paycheck from the UFC. Now, who would I favor in this match between Mateusz Gamrot versus Beneil Darius? To me, it all depends on, is that ankle going to be 100% by the time that Beneil Darius enters that octagon. Reason being, because that's what he ended up fracturing, that ended up stopping him from fighting Islam Makhachaev. So to me, it's all about that ankle and the health of that ankle. All right. If so, I could favor Beneil Darius, because I think that he could be, subsidize the pressure that Mateusz Gamrot brings to the table. But Mateusz Gamrot is a wild one, and he was able to get a victory over Arman Tsarukyan, who many people do believe that he is the future of this division. All right, so that's that. And then lastly, the first fight of the main card, we're supposed to have it for UFC Paris, but it's going to be on this card, which I'm okay with. It's going to be Manon Fiorot versus Katlyn Chookagian. Now, Katlyn Chookagian has just been an eliminator at 125 pounds in the women's division. She's been, stopping people from facing Valentina, and I think that if she was to get past Manon Fiorot, right, I do believe that you have no other choice than to give Katlyn Chookagian another title shot, right? Because she just went down through the list. As for Manon Fiorot, if she's able to get past the durable, the sustainable Caitlin Chookagian, then I definitely do believe that a title shot is in the makings for a Manny Fiorot, all right, against Valentina Shevchenko. But love the matchup. It's a good fight to put on the main card. We also have some other fights like Bilal Muhammad versus Sean Brady. That will be in prelims. Okay. What other fights do we have? We have Kyle Baralio versus Mohamed Madurov. Nikita Krylov versus Volkan Oldesmir at 205 pounds. That's a fight that I'm looking forward to. AJ Dobson versus Armin Petrosyan. All right. Don't forget that we do have Malcolm Gordon versus Muhammad Makhachaev. Can't wait for that fight. That's me a fight that I'm going to circle right there because I think Muhammad Makhachev might be the truth, and he might be a future 2 weight division champion at 125 pounds and 135 pounds. Like I said, AJ Dobson versus Armin Petrosyan. There's a couple of good fights on this card. Like, overall, top to bottom is a very good card. Main card is just solid, all right? It has the potential of being, card of the year, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of this news that ended up breaking. The UFC announcing the main card of UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi at the Etihad Arena. So then, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please look at the other videos that I have on this channel, and I'm sure you'll like them. So then, guys, peace and love, guys, and have a good one. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. See you.